Hey everybody, I'm Arman Ahmad. Welcome to my channel. Today in this video, I want to talk about the crises which are being faced by the Russian dictatorship politically, financially, and external to some extent. Hope so you'll like this video and endorse the arguments with your comments and subscription. Let's begin. First, we all know that Russia is a dictatorship state, but this word can be a bit misleading if you are not quite familiar with the Eastern world politics. Russia's dictatorship is quite different from the Soviet Union, North Korea, like those dictatorships, because those are based on propaganda network. Like they produce fake news, disinformation, and telling lies, and brainwash. This is how they work. But Russian government, instead, they focus on technology. They invest billions of money into technology. They launch loads of state-owned high-tech startups. They buy technological types of equipment from the global market and arm their police, settling millions of surveillance cameras in Russia to monitor billions of people, including internet in Russia to monitor people's online activity, are also kind of core concerns of Russian government. With these investment and facilities, Russian government have a huge advantage comparing to its people. The government of Vladimir Putin threaten and control the Russian people, suppress their political and legal rights. Russian government's passion on technology also threaten and damage the world. They trained thousands of hackers and spies to steal the technology from US and other countries, in the universities, in the laboratory, in email, even on social media. So Russian government can sustain its advantage even when getting blocked by other countries. Unlike Russia, as I said, most dictatorships rely on propaganda network. They don't train hackers. They train brainwashers. They train propaganda workers. They train editors, copywriters, officers, mind police to control people's mind, to grow people's passion and loyalty from the bottom of the heart. The propaganda network-based regime don't care about technology at all. But of course, at the same time, they lose their chance to integrate the global market. So they can't get profit and they cannot upgrade people's life condition. But dictators don't care anyway. So people are always hungry and intellectually blind in countries like North Korea. And Russia, again, is a dictatorship based on high-tech network. It empowered Putin's government to be more flexible, and politics interaction are quite common between Russia and the rest of the world. And Vladimir Putin's government get a good profit from such connection. But now there's something changed. Donald Trump took the presidency of US since 2016, and the US government became much more aggressive toward its enemies since that. In old days, when any bad things happen, the US government will tell that they are regretful for the situation, but any economical activity with Russia will not get impacted. And Vladimir Putin's government don't care about any regret statement, because Putin is getting money. If only he has enough money, he can buy more technology products, he can equip more police, he can collect Russian people's data in more aspects, and persecute Russian people more effectively. Donald Trump changed the thing a lot. The general policy, Make America Great Again, includes lots of initiatives. The first thing is that he started the energy industry in the US. So Russia's influence based on its energy industry is less important. A more fundamental and more important case is that Russian government's revenue got decreased a lot. Fewer revenues stands for less effectiveness of the Russian high-tech network, and it will naturally undermine the dictatorship of Russian government, especially since COVID-19. Russian government is also suffering a harsh moment even more, because of the oil price collapse, because of the less interaction of international powers, and because of the fake vaccine. People in the free world realize that dictatorship can be a threat, not only to its domestic people, but also to the global world. Once the Russian government loses its advantage on technology, the collapse of dictatorship is just a matter of time. I am personally disappointed with the previous administrations in the US, including both Democrats and Republicans, except for Donald Trump, because their alertness against dictatorship in other countries was always not that effective, especially after the collapse of Soviet Union. It used to seem like only Bin Laden, ISIS are the only threat left in the world. But actually, the dictatorship is also getting more smarter and more modern now. Keeping the battlefield on only the political regret statement can only growing the evil side of them. US government needs to be more aggressive, enlarging the frown to economy and high-tech sanctions even more. So the dictators who are relying upon the surveillance monitors have to realize the US strength and the real power of justice. I'm expecting more than anything that Donald Trump could get reelected. Let's see where the presidential election will go and how it can really end the dictatorship in Russia and the other parts of the world. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you next episode.